Morning team, it's Thursday, February 2nd. Okay, yesterday we got FOMC, big rally. And today we got ECB news in New York, so either you trade London Open or London Close, but New York Open I think it's better to stay away to not get in some surprise. I'm a little bit pissed myself. I'm gonna explain you why, and we're gonna talk about in charts. Well, let's start with high time frame as usual. Okay, 94 liquidity completely gone. Chart pushed like a lot. Right now, this engulfing weekly looks really bullish. We left this fair value gap behind. Doesn't matter, we can revisit anytime soon. But right now we are approaching a big rejection block on the weekly. Once we are here, I think we can see a pullback on a weekly, but right now I don't see any reason on a weekly level to pull back this thing. So, yeah. Daily, pretty much the same thing. Oops. Daily, pretty much the same thing. Well, yesterday raid was extra bullish and I misread something and I'm gonna explain you later. Yesterday raid pushed really strong in all FOMC. Chart never even did a 1 BMS on M15 bearish. It just kept pushing. And yeah, right now we are about to approach a volume imbalance on Saxo. I don't know if it's on every feed, but Saxo, there is this volume imbalance. We didn't touch it yet. And then there is this bearish daily order block, which is the same as the week on the weekly. The rejection block on the weekly. So on a daily level, there is nothing bearish yet. Price is a little bit overextended, but yeah. It's a 230 pip move. Let's go to H12. I'm going to explain you why I'm pissed to myself. So, basically, this is like a little market structure lecture, by the way. So basically, I was fixated about this low that break several market structure swing low. No, I mentioned, okay. Problem is that I did this mistake. When I do this type of mistakes on the evening, I try to study charts and understand where I fucked up. I read. So what happens here? Basically, this is a BMS, but overall it's just a pullback. In order for real market structure to become bearish, the low that made the new high should be broken. Which is the low that made the new high? This one. Because look, this low didn't make a new high. Actually, it was a fucking raid, you know? So, failed to make a new high. This low didn't make a new high. This low didn't make a new high. None of those made a new high. This one did it. So, what happened? They push the price down. They take just the liquidity just little enough for then resume the rally. So, this low was intact. Market structure was still up. So, there are two types of market structure. I call the real one, which is like this. And then there is the fractal one, which is making lower low and lower high, but it's just fractal structure, you know. The real one is this one, and it's still up. This is a pullback, and then they just kept going. Look at this. I'll show you better. They did like this, then start to print lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high to the base, and then boom, resume rally. If you put the line chart, you can clearly see that real lows never got even like tested. The low that made a new high, this one, didn't even got tested. Then they pull back, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and that's it. This was the low that made a new high. This was just a pullback. Anyway, not biggie. At least I didn't try to short because my trading plan was forbidding me to short. And I didn't take any losses, but I missed the whole move up, missed longs, and yeah, that's not what I expect for myself. So the real kilo never got violated, actually got slightly rated liquidity and then took off. So yeah, again, even H12 now is still up. I don't see any reason to get bearish on H12. Yes, H1, H4, I don't know. Now we are reading, we are testing this fair value gap right now and rejecting. H1 start to look a little bit slightly bearish. I mean, this low did made a new high, but yeah, got the chart close below. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we do something like this. Let's go to the low time frame chart. Well, not gonna lie to you, Asia high looks a bit suspicious to me. But when price is so extended, maybe sometimes you don't need to wait the real BMS on M15, or look, this is M15 now. You can start to see something like this. I saw Euro doing this many times, you know. They start to curve down and maybe pull back like this, you know. I mean, right now, it can easily do something like this. Yes, this liquidity is suspicious. Can easily go up, take liquidity and fall down, or keep going higher, you know. Like M15 is up. For M15 to become bearish, you need this BMS, which doesn't look likely anytime soon. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of price action like this, because price is really overextended. If they start to print lower low and lower high, I am allowed to take a short, scalp short, because hourly is still up a big time, but yeah. So that's enough for me today. Try to learn from your mistakes now. This H12 wrong bias, I mean, when you read wrong, just go to the charts on the evening and try to analyze what you could have done better. Or at least this is what I love to do. Yeah, I got played here. This was just a pullback. Real move was up, then they start to do like this, pull back into origin, and then take off again. And this type of BMS made me bearish, which was wrong. That's enough for me today. I see you tomorrow, guys. Have a nice day. Take care in ECB in New York. I wouldn't trade that. Ciao.